Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Sabbath to all of you, my dear brothers and sisters. Again, it's a privilege for me to share with you this afternoon. So, I have a question for you to answer, and please answer it, okay? It's a very simple question, but I'd like you to think about it, and that will be the topic for us to discuss this afternoon. Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen. Okay, the question that I would like to ask you, and please answer it. No, you just have a guess or what is your idea about it. The question is life getting longer or shorter? So again, is life getting longer or shorter? Okay, do you have your answer now? Do you have your guess now? So who says that life is getting longer? Can you raise your hand? Okay. How about those who say that life is getting shorter? Can you also please raise your hand? Who says shorter? Okay, so let us see. Let us see from a reliable source. Okay, let us see from the statistics. So here you can see from the UN World Population Prospects, the life expectancy from 1950 to 2050. So as you can see here in the graph, the life expectancy at birth, the blue line is the world statistics. So in 1950 to 1955, the life expectancy is only about 48 years. Okay, 48 years. But it is prospected, or it is expected by 2045 to 2050, it will be about 75 years. Okay, 75 years. And of course, the highest, the longest life expectancy is here it says Northern America, and the shortest life expectancy, the orange line, is Africa. So from this graph, what can we say? Is life getting shorter or longer? Okay, so correct. Life is getting longer. So from the World Health Statistics 2021, I looked at the latest World Health Statistics. So this is from WHO. The life expectancy at birth globally, okay? So the whole world is 73.3. So the life expectancy is 73.3. This was in 2019. In 2016, it was 72. So now it has increased globally. And who lives longer? The females or the males? So what is your guess? Who lives longer? We females or our male counterparts? So we can see here that globally, okay, the females live longer than the males. The life expectancy of females is 75.9, almost 76, while the males is 71. So we live longer than the males. And I know that you know reasons why we live longer than the males. Okay, now which among the regions in the WHO live the longest? That is the European region, which is above the global average. Their life expectancy is 78.2, and the shortest life expectancy, as you can see here, is the African region. It's only 64.5. So if you are now more than 64 years old and you are living in Africa, well, you have lived beyond the life expectancy there. We in the Philippines, we are in the Western Pacific region, and our life expectancy is second from the European region, which is 77.7 or almost 78. Okay, so remember, the life expectancy worldwide is 73. Okay, how about in the Philippines? Oh, it's only 70. So it is lower than the life expectancy worldwide. And of course, we females, we live longer, about 74 years, while the males, they only live, the life expectancy is 68 years. And in Canada, wow, in Canada, your place, you live about 12 years longer, or Canadians live about 12 years longer than Filipinos. And their average life expectancy is even higher than the global life expectancy. So yeah, now life is getting longer. As I've said in the World Health Statistics 2020, this was only 72, and in the World Health Statistics 2021 it's now 73.3. Okay, but if you answered shorter, maybe because you are a theologian, you based it from the Bible. Because as we can see, Methuselah, okay, the man who lived the longest, 969 years, okay, 969 years, and then after that, the lifespan of the people became shorter. So maybe some of you said that life expectancy or life is getting shorter now. That is based on the Bible. So Francisca Susano, she is a Seventh-day Adventist, and she has applied in the Guinness Book of Records as the world's oldest woman alive. I just am not sure whether it has been approved, but she was born in 1897, and we are proud because she is a Seventh-day Adventist. From the news, it says that Pinay Lola, 100, she is now 120 years old and as candidate for the Guinness Book of Records as the oldest living person. This was when she celebrated her 122nd birthday. Okay. Now, the longest living person is John Calmet. She lived up to 122 years old. And then Eunice Sanborn, she lived up to 115 years old. And she had 21 U.S. presidents in her whole life. And she died during the time of President Obama. Now, we have seen that people live long. So we also want to live long because we want still to see our children get married. We still want to see our apos or our grandchildren grow up and follow and look at their career. So we really want to live longer. I guess all of you wants to live longer, but not only longer, it should be a better life. So when we say longer, it is the quality of life. When we say better, when we say longer, it is the quantity of life. And when we say better, it is the quality. We want to live a life that, yes, it is rich in quantity and quality. Now, what are the secrets? That is what we will discuss this afternoon. So maybe it's not anymore a secret because we will divulge it here. And where will we get the secrets? Okay, whose secrets are we going to study this afternoon? So the title of my presentation is How to Live Longer, Practices of the Blue Zone. So these are the practices of the blue zones. Where is the blue zones? Who are in the blue zones? Let's see. So the blue zones are regions of the world where people live much longer than the average. So we call that blue zones. And it was Don Buettner together with other researchers. They identify the places where people are living longer, and then they study the practices so that they can get the lessons for living longer from the people who've lived the longest. And this was published in the National Geographic. So these are the groups included in the blue zones. The Sardinians of Italy, the Icarians of Greece, the Okinawans of Japan, the Nicoyans of Costa Rica, and we are happy to say that one of the groups in the blue zones are the Seventh-day Adventists of Loma Linda, California. Okay, so these are the 5 groups that were studied. These are the 5 blue zones, and we're happy that the Seventh-day Adventists from Loma Linda, California are included. They were also studied, and a big amount of money was dedicated to be able to study them. Okay, so let's move on. What are the secrets of the blue zones? How to live 100 plus years? Because here in the blue zones, these are where people live more than 100 years. So they are called centenarians. And these are the summary of their secrets. Number 1, and we will study each of this. Number 1 is move naturally. Number 2 is right outlook. Number 3 is eat wisely. And number 4 is belong. Please remember the 4. Okay? Move naturally, right outlook, eat wisely, and belong. So let's look at number 1. Move naturally. This is one of the secrets to a better, longer life of the blue zones. So it says that the blue zones longevity all-stars incorporate a lot of incidental activity. So what do we mean by incidental activity? These are also called lifestyle physical activity. They incorporate physical activity in their lifestyle. So instead of going to the gym or scheduling, okay, 1 hour every day, I have to go to the gym, I have to go to have a treadmill, I have to do weightlifting. No, they incorporate the activity in their lifestyle. So for example, they walk instead of ride. They park their car far from the place where they will be going so that they have still to walk. They use the stairs instead of the elevator. And those who are in the farm areas or in mountainous areas, they spend hours working in their gardens to put food on the table. They walk a lot, and that is part of their daily routine. So that is their secret. No, move naturally, include that in your daily physical activities. Because it is now said that inactivity is as detrimental to smoking. Wow, that's a strong statement. Sitting is the new smoking. It is said that sitting for more than 8 hours a day, if you sit more than 8 hours a day, like office workers, there is a 90% increased risk of type 2 diabetes. And there is a danger of this sitting disease. Sitting disease is a concept created by the scientific community, although it is not yet a disease recognized by the medical community. However, we should be careful about this because too much sitting, there is danger in it. Like 86% of US workers sit for the entire workday. Maybe now it's even more because we are work from home. And then if you do a lot of sitting, the dangers of prolonged sitting, your good cholesterol can drop. Your good cholesterol can drop. Your blood flow circulation also decreases. Your blood sugar rises if you sit too much, and your metabolism slows down by 25 to 50%. So we have to stand up, okay? We can even do chair exercises, and let us avoid the dangers of prolonged sitting. So beware of the chair because sitting is the new smoking. If chairs were designed like this, maybe we do not like to sit, okay? But let us beware of too much sitting. Studies have shown that too much sitting increases mortality. So here you can see in this study, researchers found a strong association with sitting time daily and the risk of mortality. As sitting time increased to 50% or more each day, the risk of death from any cause increased by 11 to 15%. And in addition to regular exercise, don't sit for long periods of time. Take frequent activity breaks to lower your risk. So now maybe you have to stand up and move your arms. You can move your legs, okay, so that you will have some activity while listening to the presentation. Another study says that sedentary time increases risk. The conclusion of the study said that sedentary time is associated with an increased risk of diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and all-cause mortality. So if we sit for long periods of time, this will really increase our risk for lifestyle diseases. So there is a book that says, or the title is Death by Sitting. Wow. I hope when you are asked, oh, what did your neighbor die of? Oh, he died because of sitting. Oh no. Okay, so let us be careful. Okay, we should avoid sedentary lifestyle. Okay, so there are many opportunities to sit in our daily lives. The key is to find opportunities to move, because most of the time we are sitting. When we are eating, we are sitting. We are having class, we are listening to the preacher or listening to a lecture, to a webinar, we are sitting. When we worship at home, we are sitting. When we have some discussions with our family members, when we do board games, we are sitting. So let us find opportunities to move. What will we do? Okay, so it says here, exercise doesn't have to be strenuous activity or time at the gym. You really don't need to have a to enroll in the gym, or to have your rubber shoes, or to have your equipment. Okay, walking is one of the best ways to stay fit. Okay, you can exercise in a group, like in a sport or class, or prefer a more individual exercise like swimming. So look at these centenarians, or look at these senior citizens. They are still moving. They are very active. And that is the secret why they are living longer. And add more incidental activity in your daily routine. Like when you are in the office, you use the stairs instead of the elevator. Oh, shopping is also good for the health. It is a valid form of exercise. You do window shopping, you walk, walk, walk. Okay, that is also physical activity. When you go to the fitness center, you use the stairs instead of the escalator. Okay, you can also, while watching TV, you can move, or while sitting on your desk, you can also do movements. We also have an office exercise, that is the walking meeting. We can also use standing desk. Okay, so these are some of the incidental activity that we can do in our daily routine. So number one, move naturally. So don't forget number one. Now let's go to number two, which is right outlook. Okay, right outlook. What is right outlook? That is, you have a purpose in life. A sense of purpose is worth up to an extra 7 years in life expectancy. So do you have a purpose in life? Like when you wake up in the morning, you know that you are important. You know that people are happy because you are alive. Okay. So I'd like to mention that in the blue zones, like Nagnicoyans of Costa Rica, they have what they call as plan de vida. And in Okinawa, Japan, they have what they call as Ikigai. Okay, let's see what are this. When you say Ikigai, that is an interesting self-development concept from Japan. It is a prism for potentially seeing how to bring satisfaction, happiness, and meaning to life. The direct translation is the happiness of being busy. Okay, so you are busy, you have a lot of work to do, but you are happy doing it. Okay, it means a reason for living, a reason to get up in the morning. So you have a reason when you get up in the morning. You know that you have a purpose, you have a lot to do, you can be a blessing to others. And then for the Nicoyans, they have what they call as plan de vida, which means a reason to live. Okay, as I've said, the Okinawans, they have this Ikigai. They have a strong sense of purpose in life, a driving force, even though they are already old. Okay, they are already senior citizens, but then they are still happy about it, and they know that they can still serve their family. And then the Nicoyans, you look at this, these are the Nicoyans. They have a reason to live, which propels a positive outlook among elders and help them keep active. You see, they are all smiling, they are happy. Okay, they can still do a lot of activities. So even we are anxious, our anxiety level is up, okay, but we should have a sense of humor, okay? We should know how to manage our stress so that we laugh more and stress less, okay? We should have a right outlook, a positive outlook, that even though problems come, we can overcome them through God's help. Even though here we have the Taal volcano eruption, we have earthquake, we have COVID, we have storms, but we have a reason to laugh more and stress more. Okay, just like them. Okay, in Filipino, ano nga yun, yung, they are happy, no? Even without their teeth. Okay, so you can see that even though they are old, they are happy about life. They have a positive outlook about life. You know, in the US, according to Fortune magazine, life expectancy in the US dropped for the second year in a row. Why? That is because there is an alarming increase in deaths from substance abuse and despair, because of the rise of depression, anxiety. So the life expectancy has dropped. Okay. Mental health is very important. There is no health without mental health. So right outlook is very important. An 11-year study following people aged between 65 and 92 found that those with a clear goal in life, something to get up for in the morning, they lived longer and were mentally sharper than those who didn't. So if you woke up this morning without, or if you wake up in the morning without a goal, you should go back to sleep, because you have to wake up with a purpose. Wake up with a plan to get ahead in life. Wake up, because living your dreams is 10 times better than just sleeping on them. Wake up and live. So be sure when you wake up, you have a goal in life. The Bible says, Proverbs 17:22, a joyful heart is good medicine, okay? Or a merry heart doeth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit drieth the bones. In the song in Tagalog, masayang puso ay masayang puso, lunas sa kalungkutan, ikaliligaya. Sa tuwi-tuwi na ang malungkutin pumapangit. Okay, kung masaya ka, ikaw ay gaganda. So we can all be beautiful just by staying happy, just by having a merry heart. We are all beautiful. So I hope you always have that in your heart. Be happy, laugh more, stress less, because that is one secret of a better, longer life, according to the centenarians of the Blue Zones. Okay, so number one, we said move naturally. And then number two is right outlook. Number three, secret is eat wisely. Okay. Oh, from the Okinawans of Japan, they have what we call as Hara Hachibu. This is one of the secrets of the long life of Japan. Hara Hachibu. What does Hara Hachibu mean? Okay, please remember the terms that I'm telling you. We have Ikigai, we have Plan de Vida. Now we have Hara Hachibu. Hara Hachibu is eating until you're 80% full. Eat until you're only 80% full, not 100% full, not 150% full. So we have the 80% rule, Hara Hachibu. I made an article about this in Health and Home, the Hara Hachibu Challenge. So of course we cannot measure what we are eating, no? We cannot say if it's already 80% or 100%, but we just stop eating when our stomachs are 80% full. That means let us stop when satisfied, not stuffed. Okay, we can feel that in our stomach. Sometimes we feel that we are already very, very full, but our mouth still wants to eat. Oh, that's more than 100% full. So stop when you feel that you are almost full. Okay, just 80% full. We call that as Hara Hachibu. What Hippocrates said, the father of medicine, Hippocrates is the father of medicine. He said, let food be thy medicine. So what will be our medicine? It is food that we eat, because there are foods that heal us. There are foods that heal us, but you don't know, brothers and sisters, there are also foods that kill us. Okay, so let's only eat food that will heal us. Let our food be our medicine. Okay, what do you want to take? This, yeah, it's different colors, different shapes, this or this. Okay, let this food be our medicine. Okay, so this food. You know, the Lord has given us, the Lord loves us so much that He gave us an abundance of food. Okay, that we can get from the ground. We just till the ground and we have this colorful food that the Lord has given us. The Lord has given us a pharmacy. Okay, He has given us a pharmacy to be our medicine. So our home should have a pharmacy. A refrigerator should look like a pharmacy where you can see a lot of fruits and vegetables, an abundance of foods that the Lord has designed us to eat. Okay, so this should be how our plate should look like. When we eat, half of our plate should be fruits and vegetables. So half of our plate should be fruits and vegetables, colorful fruits and vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetables, while one fourth are grains or rice, cereals, and one-fourth one-fourth we fill it with our protein foods. Okay, so eat more plants. How can you eat wisely? You eat more plant foods. Eat more whole foods. When we say whole foods, these are the unprocessed foods, the foods in its simplest form, and eat more plant-based foods, more vegetables, more fruits, more legumes, more nuts, and whole grains. One of the secrets of the Adventists from Loma, why they live longer is that because they eat a lot of nuts. They have a lot of nuts in their diet. And then less of fatty meats. Okay, if you just cannot have your foods all plant-based, if ever you eat meat, it should be lean meat. Okay, and avoid high cholesterol foods. I'd like to show you a study. This is from the Framingham study. The study included 832 men followed for 20 years looking at their diet and stroke. So as you can see here in the graph, the more vegetables they eat, like they have more than 8 servings of vegetables, the less is the risk of death from stroke. So this study shows us that the more you eat fruits and vegetables, the lesser your risk for stroke. Now I want you to look at your refrigerator. Okay, how does your refrigerator look? Does it look like a morgue like this, or it looks like a garden? So if it looks like a garden, that means that you have really a pharmacy in your home, and you are using food as your medicine. So load up on high fiber fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Brothers and sisters, let's eat a rainbow a day. The more colors on our plate, the more nutrients that we get. So this is just plain kamote, but it has 3 colors. And so you get different vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, although all of them contain carbohydrates, complex carbohydrates. But if you eat different colors, you get different nutrients that you need. That's why it is important that we eat a variety of foods every day. The Lord has color-coded nature, color-coded nature, so that we can, as long as we eat different varieties, we will have the nutrients that we need. A while ago, in the number one secret, we said that there is death by sitting. But do you know that there is also death in the kitchen? So death today not only happens in secluded, dark places, dangerous places, it happens right in our own kitchen. Okay? The food that we eat, it is also said that we are digging our own graves with our knife and fork. So we should eat wisely. Be careful with what we eat. So now we go to the number 4. The first one is move naturally. What is the second one? What's the second one? Right outlook. And the third is, okay, correct. Eat wisely. Number 4 is belong. The fourth secret is belong. This is very important. From the people or from the centenarians, they have found out that those who belong to a faith-based community live longer, because research shows attending faith-based services 4 times per month will add 4 to 14 years of life expectancy. Feeling a part of something bigger than yourself can increase quality and length of years. So, okay, now that you are part of this church, you are here now in our worship service, being here, being a part of this Canadian Filipino church is already a part of the secret of living longer. So be sure that you always belong. Do not depart from the group. Okay, so join a faith-based community. Those who attend several faith-based events each month are said to be able to add several years to their life. Faith and spiritual practice in general has been shown to increase longevity, and this same theme is found in the various Blue Zones, with nearly all those Blue Zones members who have reached age 100 being part of a faith-based faith-based group of some kind. So be a member, join singing groups, drama groups, okay, yeah, musical groups, you join outings. It's very important that you know that you belong to a group, you associate, you socialize. And support system is very important. Expert survivors rely more on spirituality and a deep trust in God. Okay. They are more likely to have their children as caregivers and to receive help with food and meal preparation from family and friends. So, if the children are taking care of their elders, that also adds to the life. Okay. That also adds to the years. Social support is very important. Talking on the phone, having someone to help, and having a caregiver for the centenarians. So please, if your parents are not here with you, like they are in the Philippines or far from you, you call them. You can call them now if you haven't called them for a long time, because calling them, that is one of the secret for their survival. They should have someone to talk to. So also, children, you teenagers, if you are here, please also have time with your parents. Talk to them. They also want to know what's happening about school, about your love life. Okay, you also update them. That will help them to live longer. And then higher level of cognition after age 100 is positively related to longer length of survival. So higher length of cognition. It's very important that like you answer puzzles, you answer Bible games, you use the computer, Facebook, Messenger. Okay, so it's one of the secrets is having a support system like this too. Even though they are old, they are helping each other. They are still very sweet. They are holding hands, and even having a pet. Having a pet can brighten up your day, can lessen your sadness, lessen your depression. So having a cat or a dog or a bird or even fishes, okay, that can help. Okay, so look at them, no, even though they are already in their senior year, they still do voluntary activities. Okay, oh, look at this elderly woman. Okay, so teach them how to do Facebook. Okay, communicate with them in Messenger, send them pictures so that they can review, no, while looking at their cell phones or iPad. You know, one secret of the Okinawans, we have what we call as mowai. That is a strong dedication to friends and family. They maintain a powerful social network, lifelong circle of friends that supports people well. So you see, no, even though they are in their senior year, they have groups like this, no? They have groups, they are happy, they socialize. Okay, that is one of their secrets why they live longer. And the Nicoyans, they focus on family. They are family-oriented people. They also visit their neighbors. They tend to live with families and children or grandchildren who provide support as well as a sense of purpose. So their family is extended. However, now in the situation that we have during this pandemic, it's really we cannot visit neighbors like here in AUP. We are on lockdown. We cannot visit our neighbors. We cannot visit our relatives. Okay, so that is one of the limitation these days. And I'd like to share with you about the SDAs of Loma Linda, California. They are also one of the features in the blue zones, and their secret it was published in the National Geographic. A study was done, and yeah, the U.S. National Institute of Health spent a lot of money to study the SDAs of Loma Linda, California. So, the primary factors for Adventist longevity, oh, we all know this already. We live long because of our health, specifically also about our diet. Okay, we eat more plant foods, we eat more nuts, fruits, vegetables. And you know one secret why SDAs live longer, and this is the result of the research. It's specific there. It's because of their Sabbath keeping. Just keeping the Sabbath can add more years. This emphasis on healthy living combined with the fact that SDAs take every Saturday off to worship God and reconnect with family and friends is the formula that helps Adventists live longer. And that was published in National Geographic. It's not only our healthy living, but it's because we have a Saturday. We take off, no? We have a Saturday off. We work the whole week, but on the seventh day, we rest and we worship God. We reconnect with family and friends, and that is the secret. Okay, so I have discussed already the four. Let us summarize. Move naturally, number one. So have more incidental activity. Incorporate activities in your lifestyle. Okay, because sitting is the new smoking, and then we should have a right outlook in life. We have a sense of purpose. We call that plan de vida, Ikigai. Okay, when we wake up in the morning, we know that we have a goal in life, have a merry heart. Okay, and then eat wisely. We have the Hara Hachibu. Just eat when you are 80% full, and then eat plant-based, whole foods. Okay, eat foods that heal, not foods that kill. Okay, and then the last is belong or mo why. Okay, have a strong family support. You join faith-based organizations, and a very important secret is our Sabbath keeping. So being just present during our meeting every Sabbath, that is already one secret of living longer. Okay. So these are some of the centenarians who are part of the blue zones. They still look young, but they are already centenarians. So I found a Tibetan proverb which says the secret to living well and longer is eat half. That means don't eat too much, no? Obesity is now a problem, okay? Worldwide. That's why we have coined the word globesity. People eat a lot. And then walk double, that means more physical activity. Laugh triple, that means that you have a bright or positive outlook in life. And love without measure. Okay, belong, love without measure. So those are the secrets. And in John 10:10, this is what John 10:10 said, I came so that you may have life and live it more abundantly. So God's wish for us is that we only, yes, we have life, but we live longer and we live better lives. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope that we always remember the secrets to a better, longer life taken from the blue zones, people who live longer than the average population. Thank you very much.